For all of you that don't know me, I am Zach's less handsome brother, Jared. If you couldn't tell who I was in the photos, I was the geeky kid behind the cute kid, most of those. So, I'd like to apologize up front. I've never given a serious speech from start to finish a day in my entire life, and knowing Zach, I don't think today he'd want me to start. To much my dismay, my brother Zach was born on June 4th, 1988, which happened to fall on my 4th birthday. As a 4-year-old, your birthday is a big deal, and the thought of having to share that with somebody just seems unfair and unjust. We spent my 4th birthday down the road at Midland Hospital, where this cute, cuddly, slimy, and wet thing was stealing all of my attention. I thought Zach and I were going to start life off on the wrong foot. Here's this kid taking all my limelight on my birthday. But my opinion changed when I found out that my brother had bought me a gift. A bag of dinosaurs, which I was into at the time. And to be honest, I still think dinosaurs are pretty cool. I thought to myself, this guy can't be too bad. Years later, I realized that no way could a baby that size pick out, purchase, and carry out such a large gift from the Room gift shop. So Zach, picking this up, but thank you for letting me see the new limelight. June 4th, 1988 was your day, and I'm just happy I was there to celebrate with you. Some of you may know this story, and it was revisited this week, that Zach's first words to me were, "At it first." This proves my theory that Zach learned to talk back as soon as he learned to talk. You would think, almost being twice his size when we were younger, he would not have challenged me for toys and affection, but Zach wasn't scared of anything. If I pushed, he pushed back. At times I would kick, and then I was terrified of him because he learned to bite me. Part of the reason I wanted to be a dentist is I wanted to pull every single tooth that he had. There was times Zach could easily tattle on me. He could have gone to Mom and Dad and said, "Jared did this, Jared did that," and he would have got his way. But he didn't. Zach dealt me in his own way, as if to say, "I ain't scared of you." And he shouldn't have been. I mean, look at this frame. I'd bug myself if I could. So, that was one of Zach's best qualities. He said what he meant, and he meant it when he said it. A good thing for me, we stopped fighting by the time we hit high school, because eventually the size difference decreased. Zach got stronger, Zach got smarter, and I stayed the same. Most of us know the kind of music Zach liked to listen to, bands like Brand New, Taking Back Sunday. But many of you might not know that it all started with a band by the name of Hanson. Zach enjoyed Hanson so much that him, with help of my mother, dedicated a website to them when he was 8 years old. But don't bother looking for it. When he turned 12 and realized that the website was still online, he was mortified at the thought that somebody could link him to liking Hanson. And he had my mom disable it. So Zach, I apologize, but again, he gave you enough. Zach would be very embarrassed that I told you that story, so to be fair to him, I will share this one. The hit song from Hanson, Boom Bop, which some of you may remember, was on TV one day, and I was over at my Aunt Naslie's house, and Zach and Sean were sitting there, and I walked in, and I said, "Man, that lead singer's hot." For all of you who don't know who Hanson is, the lead singer is a man. Believe me, Zach never let me live that down. Up until I left for college, Zach and I shared a bedroom, and then before that, we shared a bed until I was 12 and he was 8. People always thought that I was being the good older brother and letting him sleep with me, but in reality, I was just that afraid of the dark. So I couldn't let him leave. It actually was a great arrangement, because Zach and I always had to be at bed at 10 p.m. on a school night. When you have a roommate like that, you can set up systems to stay up later and watch television. Quality programming like South Park, Jackass. I apologize, but I have to say it. One of us would man the remote, the other one would be, keying to the door to make sure if Mom and Dad came back we could turn it off. We thought we were mature enough to come up with such an elaborate plan that we were old enough to watch our television shows. Unfortunately, they probably knew what we were doing, because I'm sure our laughs went right through the door and out to the living room. So in the end, some of my most fond memories were with Zach staying up late those nights, watching television, and having those good laughs. The day I left for college was a tough day for Zach and I. Zach lost his roommate, and I was 18 years old, still afraid of the dark. You never know how much someone means to you until they're gone. Zach and I were always close growing up, but when I looked over and saw him crying as my parents prepared to leave me at college, I realized how special our relationship was. I knew Zach depended on me, but I'm not quite sure if he ever knew how much I depended on him. Luckily, my college was only a couple hours away, so Zach came and visited me at college a few times, usually using the campus as his own private skate park. I would hand over my college ID, say, "Did you get in trouble? I don't know yet. Get the key on the card." I remember my freshman year when he came down to visit, he spent the majority of his time across the hall from me at my neighbor Austin Archer's house, who was a drummer in the Chapel Band and also an avid skateboarder, two of Zach's biggest passions. I also remember going to eat at the dining commons and have people that I barely knew come up and talk to me about my brother. They'd say how great he was and how cool he was. They'd meet him skateboarding in the dorms and just how neat of a kid he really was. And it's been nice to draw on that the last few days, just how cool Zach really was. And today is a testament